universal truth, and the absolute laws of nature, for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. Salute, people. Salute, salute. How's everybody doing? Book of the day time. Book of the day time. Right? Even though it's a little bit late. Later than usual. And as you can see, salute, Frank. I ain't shave or nothing. See that? See that? Salute, Mark. Salute, salute. Just one of those days, you know, where I didn't have to meet a certain schedule for myself nor for others. So it is what it is. Give me a second. Oh, this thing is horrible. Shit. Ugh, disgusting. Gotta wash that shit down. Now that was delicious. That other shit got to go. Aha. Today, and like I said, reading is fundamental. And what we read, what we ingest, salute, salute, salute. What we read, what we ingest mentally, what we digest is of most important when we're dealing with our present conditions, our present state of being. So, of course, we done ran through a few books. We already jumped into Asada, which I said is always key. That's the first joint. Already hit Revolutionary Suicide or To Die for the People. Then we hit, I believe, This Side of Glory by the Chief David Hilliard. And then we went to a bit more of a text, right? Shout out, peace. We went to more of a text with Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. I finished rereading From Superman to Man, and an incredible book. Yes, From Superman to Man, definitely. Excuse me, J.A. Rogers, right? So now, today I have two books. I'm telling you what you just meant. I just told you. Asada by Asada Shakur, Joanne Chesmart, right? To Die for the People or Revolutionary Suicide by Dr. Huey P. Newton. What we said? This Side of Glory by David Hilliard and Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. Listen, it's all on my Facebook page. I told you, go to February 2021, the month that they want to recognize as Black History Month. Every day I gave a different book and read an excerpt. You know? Yeah. And then you got to reread them too. Because you are not the same person that you was yesterday. So your understanding is going to be different. You know? Good afternoon, Ether. So today's book, you got it? All right, Frank, that's what I'm talking about, King. And you ain't going to be able to read them all at one time anyway. Your brain will explode. Take your time. Asada. Assata. Asata Shakur. All right? So today's book, well, I got two today. And we're going back to the sisters. Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. Right? Another must read for various reasons. One, because you cannot dispute how sharp she was at a particular space and time. And two, so you could see exactly how she deviated from a specific space, especially now when you hear her make statements on them rainbow people and things of that nature, and in the direction in which she's going, and it's not so much of black power, right? The nucleus of the black family and moving towards liberation, but you can see how specific and specialized her message has become, and then that makes you question whether or not how sincere this was. But even in here, you can see traces of it, of how she was deviating from the image of who people believe that she was. I have to reiterate and repeat that I've seen videos of her prior to any recognition from the Panthers, right? So you would have to question, why would cameras be on a black woman at that time? And she was overseas. I've never seen the video again. I continue to search for it, but I've yet to find it. So I'm like, well, who was she that people had video of her prior to her coming and walking in the path of the Panthers? You understand what I'm saying? That we always have to question people's origins, where they began, what made the powers that be alert others to who they are. So she might have always been on some different stuff and maybe not completely be one. But we just have to research and see. But again, the information that's in this book here was solid, especially when she spoke on the women suffrage movement, and Frederick Douglass and the abolitionists and all that. She did a decent job. It's clear, cut, precise, and it gives you points of reference. The next book is The Black Woman by Toni Cade. Now this may be a little harder to find, because as you can see how small this is, the text? You can see I got original joints. These are original, right? Most of them is original first print, right? And there's going to be hard to find, which is why libraries are so important, which is why a lot of our elders who were active were so important. I'll never forget my grandmother on my father's side, my father's mother. When I tell you, the most intelligent woman that I have ever met in my life to this day. And she had books on metaphysics and all type of literature. Jewels. I mean, grandma used to say some shit that'll have you, that's like your mind would explode how intelligent this woman was. And that's why I told you. That's why I get the divine mind knows, the divine mind shows, all things work in divine order. I get that from her. That's something that she would say to us all the time. Whenever she would catch us and we seemed to be troubled or, going through it, she'd spit that. And it took me many years to really understand what she was doing when she was speaking that in the air. So she had a library, man. She used to sleep with books on the bed. Half her room was filled with books. And when she was getting ill and she was passing, my cousin was living with her at the time that she passed. They brought me down, to the funeral in shackles and stuff. I never forget that because they were so mean to me, because I was kind of close to the city, so they wouldn't get overtime for this weekend funeral. And dudes ain't even let me go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was real rude. I almost peed on myself. You know what I'm saying? Right as we got to Harlem, and I remember her passing and me telling my cousin, yo, make sure you secure, make sure that you secure, her books. So when I did touch down and he was still living in the crib, I would go through, sneak books out and things of that nature, you know, remember what grandma used to teach me and stuff like that. But when he lost the crib, he didn't put the books in storage. And I could just imagine what kind of materials were lost, So when you have these elders, make sure you check in the rooms and check in those those old crates and old trunks and things of that nature, and see what kind of things they were reading. There's a lot of joints in there. So get this book, Toni Cade, an Anthology, right? The Black Woman, an Anthology. And there's voices from everybody in there. You know what an anthology is. A bunch of writings from a whole bunch of different authors. Maybe an essay here, maybe a short story here, poetry here, It's a lot. And a lot of people are in here. Just to name a few, Abby Lincoln, Paulie Marshall, Nikki Giovanni, Kay Lindsay. There's just a wealth of people who contributed to this, right? And then Toni Cade herself, Alice Walker, right? The Diary of an African Nun, an excerpt by Alice Walker is in here, Pat Robertson, It's a lot, but this book blew my mind whenever we get to peek into the inside of our black women, our queens, mental, especially when they're on a higher level, man. That shit pushes you to a different consciousness every time. So you pick this joint up and read that. And definitely Angela Davis, Woman, Race, and Class. Cade, Cade. Right? You can see it? It's kind of... Right, there you go. I gotta get this damn little nasty peach fuzz off my face. Y'all don't be saying nothing, too. Keep telling y'all, if I'm not looking 1,000, y'all supposed to put in the chat like, yo, get that shit off your face. I hate that stuff. I'm telling you, I swear. Yeah, I always look fine until I gotta rub cheek to cheek, and then you get all scratchy, right? Get out of here. Yeah, and pick Angela's book up. It's when I tell you, it's a good read. It talks about a lot. In here, especially when you see how close the white women were trying to get to Frederick Douglass. You dig what I'm saying? The same way you'll see how the same way you see how Black Lives Matter tried to attach themselves to the FBA and ADOS and things of that nature. It's crazy. It definitely is crazy. But get those two joints, and we'll build on it. After you read it, we're gonna always have a space for dialogue, right? Because that's what we're about. We're about elevating our people. It's not about withholding information and trying to be the first one with it, and trying to, debate and dialogue like I know more. None of us know shit if we not figuring out how we getting up out of this mix. How you gonna be the top slave? What the fuck is that? Understand what I'm saying? So knowledge is there. We have to spread it. We have to make sure that all of us are up to speed. It may take some longer than others, but we have to start doing that, sparking people and embracing and encouraging growth, you know? Hold up, because this shit is nasty. Mm-mm. Oh, I can't even drink this shit fast, man. I don't know how he be drinking this. Can't even hide that shit with nothing. What is it? It's BCAAs. Blueberry shit. Gotta wash it down with my favorite. Ooh, nothing like Cafe Bustelo to make sure that you are right and masking the taste of some other stuff. So again, okay, 15 minutes here. Again, you know where to find me. Share the video, share the knowledge. Definitely reach out. Reach out. Yeah, Bustelo is the shit. There ain't no other coffee better than Bustelo. Reach out if you need anger management. Please, I had a couple of people reach out yesterday and send a cash app in, and we had some, beautiful intakes, my interview process, my assessment, pick them up as they want to call themselves clients, but no, you dig? They are, once I take you on, or you allow me to be a tool of yours to get through this, that's family. Foreign coffee is, I don't know. I know this. Oh, you said that's debatable. Foreign coffee. No, I'm telling you, I've had Blue Mountain. I've had the Japanese. I had the straight Bustelo with sugar. No nothing. Cream black. Hello. You only need 1 cup all day. This is just from earlier. You know what I'm saying? But you need 1 cup all day. You good. You not going back and forth. You just not. It's better than the joint you drink. Yeah, this is BCAA shit. I'm doing that because I gotta start getting my body back right as far as fight weight. You know what I'm saying? And fight size. You love foreign coffee. What foreign? Which ones? Let me know. And I don't like that flavored, vanilla, not vanilla bean or all the more weird coffees. Coconut flavored. Flavored coffee is just nah. Ooh, that's nasty. Then get these 2 books. Um, get all of the other books. You dig? I need more of these bills. Oh yeah, definitely. We have to do it. Ethiopian coffee. I had some Ethiopian coffee. I never had the Kenyan, but I had some Ethiopian coffee because one of the sisters brought it back, and it was. I mean, it was good taste wise, but I'm talking about the strength, the potency. I don't know what the hell they doing in Puerto Rico with that Bustelo. Cafe Bustelo, B. That shit had me charged. Ready to go up against a whole army after that. Yeah, flavored coffee is nasty. It's like you trying to hide something. You dig? Haitian coffee I never had. I never had it. I'd have to try it though. You know? But again, get those 2 books. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Get those 2 books. Something for us to build on. Get all of the books. And if you read them before, read them again. Right? It's like they seen, never seen. No, they don't run out of Bustelo, man. They'll cause a riot. Again, I got work to do, so that's why I'm trying to rush through it. But brother said they read from Superman to Man. That's another thing I got to go back and read that. Also, I know Oh man, I know I'm gonna give it as a book later on, but Nelson Peary. Uh, damn, what's the title? I know I'm gonna give it as a book because I gave it for Black History Month about the World War I veterans when they came back, and the Korean War veterans and how they were treated in that war as black soldiers. He gave a nice autobiography on it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what's the name of it? That shit just jumped out of my head. I'm gonna give it as a title later. I just gotta go over to my shelf. You dig? So again, get these two. Black Fire. Damn, who is that? Oh, you on point. Salute. Yeah, you read that, huh? That Black Fire was mean. 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 Yeah, salute. Thank you for that. That's a mean joint. Like, you have to, right? Can you do a top about what's going on? I have to do, I wanted to build on Haiti, but you know what? I like getting my information from boots on the ground. Most of my Haitian comrades are here, and they don't go back and forth. I want commentary. There's a brother that's in Canada who goes back and forth. And I was a guest on his show a couple of times, but I want to know exactly what's going on before I comment on it. I know from somebody from the outside looking in, we need to support our comrades in Haiti, period, right? Because again, like I said before, American expansion didn't happen until the Haitians, right, kicked the French ass and forced the French to sell in what was known as Louisiana Purchase. So without Haiti, there would be no America. There would be no Corporation of America. You understand? So, but in saying that, the Haitians would not allow themselves to be enslaved and extorted and exploited. So again, you're going to try to keep your foot on their necks. So there's always spies out there. There's always people who are trying to place American ideals into these nations. Always, whether it's Haiti or Cuba or Dominica or Trinidad or any of the islands, because they want that. They want that. You have to understand that. And if you can squelch that revolutionary nature in those people by giving others trinkets and moving them away from their natural selves and their natural connection to the universe, then they're one. So certain spots, it's always bullshit going on. And I tell you, anybody that'll compromise their integrity for a bag is your enemy. Is your enemy. Any mercenaries and all that, and the people that just thrive for the bag, they will disrupt all that we ever have going with our trek towards liberation. You don't want that. So of course, they're going to try to come down. You notice that anytime you have a strong group who are in tune with everything that they need to do for themselves and not rely on these euros, that's where the attacks come in at. That's where the counterinsurgencies are. That's where all the little negative bullshit come in at, whether it's Palestine, right? Or Cuba, or Haiti, or Dominica. You dig what I'm saying? Or South Africa. Anytime you have these hotbeds of people who want to, rename themselves, claim themselves, they coming for them. They coming for them. And again, until we look like that here in New York City, in the 5 boroughs, in Chi-Town, in Texas, in the wards, in Cali, in Watson, LA, until our streets look like Haiti, look like Cuba, we never going to be liberated. As long as you have a mass amount of people worrying about bullshit, like who humping who driving what, you're going to continue to feel the wrath of oppression because you're not focusing in on policy and laws that govern space and time, that govern resources. They got black people in a bad position. When the majority of our people are sheep, you messed up. You messed up, you know? Yeah, all that, Mark, all that. And that's light. When we talk about assassinating and things, that's light. They are really, really looking to take your booty, right? To dehumanize you to the most extreme, to tear the man down and effeminize the men in any of those nations. Make no bones about it. White supremacy, manifest destiny, things like that is all about taking a goddamn eggplant and running it into the black man's rectum. That's all it's about. And we can have power and control and dehumanize the black man to that degree. That's it. That's what it's about. It's easy to conquer children because they just got here. They don't know how to fight and defend themselves. It's easy to conquer women physically because it is not in their nature to be warriors without provocation. But for black men, they have to destroy you. And there's nothing more dehumanizing than, again, buck breaking you down publicly. That's all manifest destiny is. That's all white supremacy is about. Institutions made to break the, because now once you got the black man in a certain space, in a certain mindset, you run the world. Damn a Beyonce, white supremacy runs the world. Make no bones about it. And it's really, really sickening because it is just a thought. It's an imaginative person. It's an imaginative state. There's no such thing. How can you be supreme when you are at odds with nature? So anybody that sits in the pocket with them, anybody that comes to the table to try to deal with them, anybody that's in a position to continue to uphold the institutions, right? They are allies to that. You understand what I'm saying? They're allies to that. And that is your enemy. So I don't give a fuck if they the meter maid giving people parking tickets. I don't care if they working for the post office, they postal police, or if they armored car carriers, or if they security guards, or if they secretaries in the UN. If you are here to uphold what's going on, right, they're an op. They're in opposition to your liberation. And what should you do? So, again, we are here to build. I see you, Dollar. You better be lucky I don't come out to Cali and wrestle you down. All right, so again, I love my people. Peace and power. I believe we're going, hey. I believe that we're going on later today, probably at 4 o'clock. And I think the working topic is going to be peer pressure and how our children, young teens, and how our adults succumb to peer pressure and a whole bunch of other things that's tied to it. You understand? My email is Oscar T as in Tom and the word beauty, otbeauty@yahoo.com. All right? otbeauty@yahoo.com. So again, peace and power. I love my people. Salute. Don't believe in me, believe in my belief in you. Because I know we going to win. All right? We will win. Yes, peace, 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 God. Peace, earth, peace, 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 peace. All right? Wisdom cipher. We know what it is. Thank you, thank you. All right, salute. I will see y'all later on one of these other platforms, whether it's IG or Facebook, later on. All right?